let's create a group policy for installing a package or a software on a remote computer. It's basically the same scenario. Imagine that you have to install an application like Microsoft Office or Adobe Acrobat in 200 computers. It will be extremely time consuming if you have to physically go to each individual computer. So group policy is very effective when performing this sort of task. Let's go ahead and create another group policy. So I'm going to open, actually I'm going to head over to group policy management inside the MMC, and on the group policy object, right click on it, click new, and then I'm going to call this policy 7-zip. So I'm going to install 7-zip. So I'm going to create a new GPO called 7-zip installation policy. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And again, I'm going to repeat the same process, but before I linked or edit this policy, I need to move. I have a 7-zip on my local computer. If I go to my C drive from the virtual machine and then I go to the shares location, I have a 7-zip MSI. It needs to be an MSI package, so I'm going to right click and copy, and I'm going to copy into, and I'm going to copy to the data deployment. Actually, I'm going to create another directory here, and I'm going to create a folder called apps. Okay, and this is where I'm going to place all the apps that the users in my organization are going to use. I'm going to do Ctrl V in order to paste it, and I also need to share these apps directory. So I'm going to right click on it, go to properties. On sharing, I want to enable share, so I'm going to click on share, and I want to add the domain users. I'm going to say users, go ahead and click add, and I want to assign read and write permissions. Go ahead and click share, and I'm done. And then I'm going to head over to the security tab, and notice that here I have already the users enabled, but I don't want full permission to these users. So I'm going to click edit, click on users, and I'm going to only allow read and execute permission. I don't want the users to be making modifications to that to those software. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, close, and now I need to go back into my group policy, right click on it and click edit, and when installing packages on a remote system, you can do this from the computer level or the user level. The way this is done at the computer level. So the package or the software will be actually installed when the computer restarts. Okay, so the user will not be involved in the actual process of the installation of the software, which is what you want. You want to have complete control over the installation of packages on the remote system. So I'm going to expand policies, and then I'm going to expand software settings. Now, to make it easier, what I'm going to do, I'm going to map the apps shared to my local computer, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to go over to this computer and click on Drive Tools and click on Computers, and then click on Map Network Drive. Here I'm going to assign a letter of U, and then I'm going to do the UNC path DC.01 apps, and click finish. Okay, so now it has been mapped. We also need to create a group policy for this, or actually edit an existing group policy. But let's go ahead and finish with this policy first. And here I'm going to right click new package, and I'm going to head over to this PC, and I want to select my apps network share. Okay, and I'm going to select the package. Click open. It says self-deployment method assigned. You want the package to be assigned to the computer, so go ahead and click OK. And now the package is here available. So I'm going to go ahead and close the group policy editor. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the domain level, right click, and link an existing GPO. I'm going to click that policy, go ahead and click OK. If I click on the policy now, notice that it says linked. We linked it at the domain level. Okay. Let's go ahead and edit this group policy, which is for mapping network drives. Go ahead and click edit, expand the preference section, Windows settings, map drives, and I need to add another drive location here. So right click new map drive, and for this I'm going to add the apps share. So DC-01 apps, label as applications, reconnect, and for the drive letter, and that will be U, and go ahead and click apply and OK. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click close, and let's go ahead and go to the client computer and enforce that policy. Alright, so if I do GPO update force, notice that if I open the file explorer and go to this PC, notice that I only have one share available. The other share, it has not been applied yet. So in order to apply that share, I'm going to recall the GPO update force command. Or you can wait until that policy takes effect. Notice that it says the group policy client side extension software installation was unable to apply. Okay, and what this means is that any group policy object that is applied at the computer level will not be refreshed using group GPO update, especially the installation of MSI packages, because MSI packages and group policy settings apply when the group policy restarts. Okay, so do you want to restart? No, I don't want to restart now, so I'm going to go ahead and click no, press enter. So if I go back into File Explorer and notice, and then now I have my two shares available. Okay, this is the 7-zip MSI package. So let's go ahead and restart the computer. Window R, let's say shutdown, /restore, /time, right now. Press enter, and this is going to restart my virtual machine. The next time the computer boots up, it will install the 7-zip application.